feeling a little hint of that twilight fever I used to feel from time to time. It was a big day for football fans here in Los Angeles. Today was the victory parade for the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. You know, we've won a lot of titles over the last, 16 months. The Lakers, the Dodgers, this is the first parade we've been able to have because of COVID. So this time, the fans were ready to party.
Well, you know what, Michaela, sometimes when these type of events are going on, we are jealous up here because you know what? You're down there with all the energy and the crowds and the fans in this case. Well, what's going on? Well, we can tell you that, just in the last 30 minutes, things have really changed out here on Figueroa. Fans are really starting to file in there. A lot of people, a lot of blue and gold jerseys going on, and they are funneling in. But you know what? There are still a lot of seats available.
Yeah, there were a lot of seats available. To be fair, it was about an hour before the parade started. More people did show up. Not as many as they made room for, but honestly, I think there were more football fans on the street cheering for OJ during the chase than they were at this parade. But not only did the Rams get a parade today, they redid the Hollywood sign, especially for them. They changed it from Hollywood to, well, it was supposed to say Rams House, but I don't know, it looks more like Ramschwoes or something. This is a weird city. Somehow we were able to make Star Wars, but we couldn't get that right. Crowds are expected to be large at the Coachella Music Festival in April. After a 2-year hiatus, Coachella is back, and the masks are coming off. Ticket holders will not be required to wear masks or show proof of vaccination or even a negative test to come. They posted this on their website. There's an inherent and elevated risk of exposure to COVID-19 in any public place, blah, blah, blah. There's no guarantee, express or implied, that those attending the festival will not be exposed to COVID-19. And with that said, give it up for Doja Cat. I don't know why that... I don't know. Look at it this way. You go to Coachella, things go badly, you can make that flower crown into a funeral wreath. So, according to a new Pew Research poll, Americans have much less confidence in scientists than we did before the pandemic began. Only 78% of adults say they have a fair amount of confidence in scientists. It's down from 87% in January 2019. Unbelievable. It's like falling out of a plane and having less confidence in parachutes afterwards. But Republicans, as you may have guessed, trust medical science the least now. They're down 22 points to 66%. And for that, we can thank the man who made America great again, Donald Trump. As I mentioned last night, Donald Trump was dumped by his longtime accounting firm, Mazars, cut ties with Trump. And yet his ties are still a good 4 inches too long. But because of this investigation that's going on in New York. And whenever there's a story about Trump's finances, this is what really gets under his rind. He fired back today with a 4-page response. It's the longest thing he's written since he threatened to sue Gritty for stealing his look. But Trump wrote at length, "We have a great company with fantastic assets. They are unique, extremely valuable, in many cases, far more valuable than what was listed in our financial statements." Only Donald Trump would defend himself against charges that he overvalued his assets by re-overvaluing his assets. He also lashed out at the Attorney General in New York and the DA, who happened to be black. He wrote, "After 5 years of constant bombardment, this political and racist attack must stop." Now, that's a good one. Rich white guy claiming racism. I mean, you almost have to hand it to him. That's like Hawaii claiming tourism. That's ridiculous. Trump is also somehow working Hillary Clinton into this. He wrote, "Why isn't law enforcement and the fake news media, which has been so destructive to our country, looking into the fact that Hillary Clinton and her minions got caught spying into the office of the President of the United States, a crime so grave that it once called for the death penalty as punishment if caught." It doesn't get any worse than that. That's the big new bombshell the Wingnuts are pushing right now, that Hillary was spying on the White House. I doubt Hillary even knows how to use her telephone, but they claim that someone related to the Clintons paid a tech company to connect to the servers in the White House. What the Hannitys and company failed to mention is that the time frame of this alleged act of treason is from when Obama was president, not Trump. Somehow Hillary anticipated that Trump would be president and pre-hacked the White House, waiting for him to get in. And now Trump is suggesting she gets the death penalty for it. Not only is Trump pushing this, Rudy G is back, claiming he knows all about it.
Well, how do you think Trump knew about it back then? I can't tell you exactly how, but I know how he knew about it back then. There's a lot more to come out. This is not, I mean, they may feel that it's gobbledygook, but it's gobbledygook supported by about 1,000 pieces of evidence, none of which have been revealed yet. I happen to have it in my bedroom.
Maybe you ladies would like to stop by and check it out sometime. We can make a night of it, you know? He has it in his bedroom. We may soon get a better sense of what Trump was up to on January 6th. That President Biden ordered the release of Trump's White House visitor logs once they fished them out of the White House septic tank. Trump's been trying to block the House committee from seeing this list, claiming executive privilege. I feel like the only thing we're going to learn from the list is how often he ordered Arby's on Uber Eats or something. Donald Trump, you know, is not on Twitter. He's banned from Twitter, but little Don Jr. is on Twitter. And yesterday, he gave his followers a sneak peek at Daddy's new social media project. It's called Truth Social. He shared his father's first post on Truth Social. He announced, "It's time for some truth. This is Trump's first post. Get ready. Your favorite president will see you soon." Exclamation point. You may notice this new site looks almost exactly like Twitter. It took him who knows how many millions of dollars in a year to change a blue check mark to a red check mark. Basically, they made Donald Trump a pretend Twitter to post on. That's what we should be doing. Let him go nuts. Build him a fake Oval Office. Tell him he's president again. And everybody wins, you know? In other social media news, the Meta, which is the company formerly known as Facebook, is changing things up. Yesterday, CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced their new corporate motto, which is Metamates me. They're calling their employees Metamates now. This is a term that was coined by a science professor named Douglas Hofstadter. Here he's seen wearing a shirt that says, "I've never metamated with anyone in my life." Metamates. Or as they're known in Mexico, Metamates, right? Why would they do that? Why would they? You know what Mark Zuckerberg's problem is? The problem is he's never had a job. I mean, think about it. Besides Facebook, far as I know, he's never worked anywhere. He never had a group of coworkers who could teach him not to call them Metamates for no reason. And it makes sense, because imagine you have a restaurant, you hire a new cashier, and this is how he looks at the customers. You'd be like, "Sorry, I know it's your first day. This is not working out." The big news here in Hollywood today is that Baby Shark, you know the YouTube video, The Devil Unleashed on Us? They're making a movie out of it, which is great news, because I think the problem most parents had with the Baby Shark video was that it wasn't long enough. So now it will be released in 2023. So if you've been thinking about getting a vasectomy, consider that your heads up. In other viral music news, TikTok has given a lift to an unlikely music star. Maybe you've seen this. It's a teenager, a kid named Zach, made a video in his car after uncovering a long-held family secret.
I'm in my car, and my dad put music in here, and I was enjoying it, and I found out that he wrote it in the 70s. It's really good. Listen to this. What the? It's so good. It's disco, but it's so good. That's him singing too. And he never released it. I'm so mad at him.
So that video now, which has a whole song in it, has 3.2 million views on TikTok. It's like a sensation. And joining us now are the father and son team responsible for it, Zach Montana and his dad, Curly Smith. Oh, wow, Curly, you've already got the look. Well, I guess the first question I have for your dad, Zach, is why do they call you Curly?
It's actually a Southern cowboy name.
No, congratulations on all the attention you've been getting. It's such a crazy thing. I heard the song has more than 400,000 listens on Spotify right now. It's so Curly, you recorded this song what year?
1978.
It's called Surrender to Me. You never released it. Why didn't you ever release it?
Well, it was very tough in those days to get a record deal, you know, especially with people like the Bee Gees and dominating the charts. So I couldn't get it signed. So I just put it on a shelf for 43 years, and every now and then I would listen to it and go, hey, that was pretty good. You know, maybe it'll come out sometime. But
And then
never did.
Zach stumbles on a CD that's in your car. Why do you have a CD player in your car, by the way?
Because I'm old.
Okay, all right. Did you put that CD in the car so Zach would hear it, or are you just listening to it yourself?
I was listening to it myself.
Zach, you were obviously surprised by this, right?
Yeah, it was nuts. I was going on a drive late at night, and I went to go plug my phone in to play music, and before I could even plug it in, it just like started playing. It just came on with the bass line, and it was like, this is great. Like, and then the vocals came in, and I was like, wait a minute, that's something. That voice is really familiar.
Did you ask your dad's permission before you posted it?
Nope.
No.
No, no, I just thought that the world needed to hear it, so I put it out there.
Yeah, I guess he can't really sue you, can he? No.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Curly, you've got you have the song. The song is popular, so we thought it would be fun to have you play the song with your band and with our band as well. What are you calling your band?
Fire City Funk.
Is this what they were called back then at that time?
No.
It is not. Okay, so there's a new name, an old song, which is now a new song. And later on in the show, Zach is going to be singing the song with you. We'll hear some long dead music resurrected by Fire City Funk on the show tonight. All right? Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hit subscribe, and all your dreams will come true, assuming your dreams are to watch more YouTube videos.